Welcome to Khelben's Coin TV, everybody. My name is Ross. This is Heroes of Might and Magic 2. We're playing a standard game entitled Isle Maze. Remember, you're searching for the ultimate artifact. Don't get distracted. We're starting as the Sorceress, which I'm not a huge fan of, but still here for it. Victory conditions: find the ultimate artifact. Loss conditions: lose all your heroes, towns, and castles. Ultimate artifact is my jam. This is an expansion map. So we got expansion stuff. The truth is out there. Thanks, barkeep. Did you overserve yourself again? Yeah, you did. No, don't lie to me. Get that ore. Get that sulfur. Catch a leprechaun foolishly sleeping amidst a cluster of magic mushrooms. In exchange for his freedom, he guides you to a small pod filled with precious things. Like 500 gold. It's pretty precious. There's a bunch of stuff in the water. Hope we get access to a boat. That would be nice. I'm gonna build a Stonehenge. Ransack an enemy camp, you discover a hidden cache of treasures. Oh wait, I can upgrade doors here, right? Can I? Let's keep going. Leo, welcome back to the chat. We're playing Isle Maze, an expansion. One from the expansion, and we're going to find the ultimate artifact. Here's the info in case you need it. Isle Maze is what it's called. Normal, medium-sized map. Figured after the European map, the Europe Marathon, do something that could end relatively quickly. The objective is the artifact, that is correct. What are we gonna build, man? Let's upgrade the archery range. Some of the sprites living in the tree city are willing to join your army for a price. Want to recruit sprites? Sure. Sprites are important in the early game. Don't sleep on sprites. Upgrade that Stonehenge. I gotta build a fenced meadow. Get my unicorns. Pretty sure this can upgrade doors for us for free. The hill fort. Which means I don't have to upgrade the cottage. Where is the fenced meadow? Oh, I need gems. Crap. All of the doors you have in your army have been trained by the battle masters of the fort. Your army now contains battle dwarves. That's pretty cool. So we got Mercury. Are there any gems over here? A visit and a prayer at the temple raises the morale of your troops. Leo says he just drew the Japan Sea map. It has the Koreas, Japan, Russia, and China in it, but for now it's just wasteland, nothing in it, just grass, dirt, and snow. It's the beginning. Using that map editor, Heroes of Might and Magic. Oh, gems! Come upon a mercenary camp practicing their tactics. The mercenaries welcome you and your troops and invite you to train with them. Sea of Japan. I know what you meant. I got you. Oh, no! Alright, that's okay. Couldn't build a fenced meadow before the week was over. Treehouse. Group of sprites, desire for greater glory, wish to join you. Do you accept? Yes, I do. Spriting it up over here. Okay, now I should easily be able to easily build, rather, a fenced meadow. Oh, there are liths. I hate liths. Dang it. Nice little dwarf cottage. Group of dwarves want to join me. Yes, I do accept. Magellan's maps right there. I built a Thieves Guild. Show me my enemies. Okay. Upon entering the mystical fairy ring, your army gains luck for its next battle. Can't visit that on foot. I usually can, but I think the trees are blocking it. Lots of sprites, eh? We got the tortoise. Okay. Great. Upgrade these guys first. Get a Mage Guild level 2 going. Lightning Bolt and Cold Ray and Summon Boat. Pretty good. Can I build a shipyard? Cannot build shipyard. Okay. All right. I can't really be wasting time. Heck yeah. We got loads of battle doors now. Where do we want to go first? You know, I'm thinking we actually take care of this mine down here. Yeah, that's too far away. I want to go this way. Soon engage them. I do not. I let them flee. What? One of your loyal subjects, a fairy, tells you where to find a cache of mercury. 30 mercury? Freddie Mercury? Okay. Holy crap. Well, we should definitely be able to trade that for whatever the hell we want. Jeepers crow. Or save it to build a red tower. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That sounds like a good thing. Let me hear you stream. Group of halflings with a desire for greater glory wish to join you. Do you accept? Yes, I do. Love halflings. Only 29 of them, but that's fine. Through a clearing, you observe an ancient artifact. Unfortunately, it's guarded by a nearby green dragon. Do you want to fight the green dragon for the artifact? Not really, but okay. You gotta think he's gonna go for the druids. Now I wish I'd cast Bless on them. Ow! Victorious, you take your prize, the Wizard's Hat. The Wizard's Hat increases duration of your spells by 10 turns. That artifact is meh, whatever to me. Come upon an obelisk made from a type of stone you've never seen before. Staring at it intensely, the smooth surface suddenly changes to an inscription. The inscription is a piece of a lost ancient map. Quickly, copy down the piece and the inscription vanishes as abruptly as it had appeared. This is how we find the ultimate artifact. It's going to show us where on the map there will be an X marking it. Where to dig for it. Buried in the ground. Got him. Ever cold icicle. Oops. Oh my word. Click on the right button. Thank you. Ugh, you come across the Spartan quarters of a retired soldier. Soldier tells you that he is willing to pass on the ever cold icicle to the first true leader he meets. It's probably a virgin. I'm passing on the first true leader I meet. You've never seen a woman naked before, have you? True leader. My bumhole. I really want to build that red tower. And so I think I shall. I went to gold. Not bad. Boom! Red tower, baby. Get phoenixes now. Nope. Come upon an ancient artifact. As you reach for it, a pack of rogues leap out of the brush to guard their stolen loot. Alright, I mean, if you insist on dying... This is not your smartest move there, Rouges. Victorious, you take your prize, the Defender Helmet Protection. Defender Helmet Protection increases your defense skill by 1. I was just curious. Dwarf population doubles. That's what we have. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I want phoenixes. I guess it... Instead of sprites, I guess? We do have a goodly number of sprites. Just I like halflings too much to give them up. Never gonna give you up, halflings. Nope. Do not pursue and engage. Do not pursue and engage. An Orcish witch doctor living in the hut deepens your knowledge of magic by showing you how to cast stones, read portents, and decipher the intricacies of chicken entrails, +1 in knowledge. Found a group of druids worshipping one of their strange stone edifices. Silently, they teach you new ways to cast spells, +1 to spell power. Oh, and it's a crystal mine. Oh, and it's the purple player. Oh, we can rough him up. He's just standing there. He's not, I guarantee he's not moving. Let's test the theory. Come at me, Ranlu. He's not moving. It's called Isle Maze, so it's, you know, it's a maze of islands. Oh, good. The obelisk is guarded by ghosts. Well, I guess we're never... We're never seeing that obelisk. Hey, Rebecca. There we go. Ranlu, you can just chill there. It's fine. Don't worry about me. I'm not the one you have to be worried about. I'm a little bit nervous about falling behind on the obelisk front. Ranley, are you blocking this way? Because I want to go to there. That looks like a fun place, filled with fun things to do and see. Oh God, where's all my cash, man? Becca meets Ariel. What did I just do? What did I just do? I never put the... I'm an idiot. Okay, actually we're gonna make this worth our while. Rebecca, you go over there. You're gonna go back, get your spell points back. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Rebecca, you're gonna get the dwarves from the cottage. Of which there are 12. Go get them upgraded. Day 6 anyway. We never purchased unicorns. I just realized. We fell in love with our halflings over here. I'm wasting too much time. He says, and then promptly passes the turn. Week of the Raven. No, that's all we get. Alright, let's go figure out what Ranlu is doing. And how we can help him be the best Ranlu we can be. Ultimate artifact is really the ultimate crown. I believe it. It usually is when it's the victory condition. I could have moved past him, but I didn't. I don't know why. I don't know what the heck is going on. Randy, what are you doing here, man? You're at... What? Weird. He's just standing there with the Ankh. Come across an ornate shrine attended by a group of rotund friars. In exchange for your protection, they agree to teach you a spell, Visions, which is a spell I never cast, ever. Don't want to, don't need to. You tentatively approach the burial ground of ancient warriors. you want to search the graves? Yes. Excuse him. 100 mutant zombos ain't nothing. Oh yeah. Here's a question for chat. Anybody who cares to answer. How do you think you would fare in a zombie apocalypse? How do you think you would personally do? Most people think they would do very well. I'm not one of those people. But think about like a, I don't know, Dawn of the Dead type situation, or 28 Days Later. A zombie apocalypse. In a zombie apocalypse, how do you think you would do? And why? Tell me what the first two or three things you would do. The moment you heard that they're on the news, before communications are cut. I don't think I need pathfinding, so I'm gonna take leadership. Upon defeating the zombies, search the graves and find something. 1,000 gold and a compass. Increases your movement on land and sea. If you're watching this on YouTube, definitely comment below what you think you would do in the event of a zombie apocalypse. I'm talking about from the moment you first see, before communications go down, the news feed, the breaking news, the bodies of the recently dead have been rising and attacking the living. What are the first two things you do? Tell me and justify how well you would do. So Birdman 4793 is the first one. He says water, food, guns. Elaborate, please. I think I know where you're going with this. I think I'm following. But elaborate. How are you going to secure water? How will you secure food supply? Guns? You and I live in the United States. Guns are everywhere. I know how you're going to get guns. You're just going to go to Walmart. But water and food, how do you secure them? This is a fun little exercise. A happy day. Put people in a really good mood. Ooh, a lamp. That I'm gonna rub because halflings, thank you for your service, but no longer needed. Stumble upon a dented and tarnished lamp lodged deep in the earth. Do you wish to rub the lamp? Yeah. Rub it. So Ranlu was not guarding the Isle of Wealth there. Nope. Oh my god, it's an observation tower. We're saved. Oh, steel golems want a party. You know what I would do in the event of a zombie apocalypse? I'd go into a fetal position. Make sure that my head was between my legs so I could kiss my ass goodbye. I wouldn't do well in a zombie apocalypse. Because to me, a zombie is still a person. They are. I'm sorry, but I think they are. Zombies are people. Oh, that felt good. So I wouldn't really be able to defend myself at all against them. No, let me rephrase that. I'd be able to defend myself. Just defending myself is not a moral issue for me. What is an issue for me is, like, I go down, you know, I go check on my family, make sure they're okay, and they're not. I'm not gonna destroy my zombie family. I'm gonna go cry in a corner. If they eat me, they eat me. Whatever. More power to them. Well, let me take that back. I wouldn't want to become a zombie myself. So I'd probably make sure that my remains were sealed. From the observation tower, you're able to see distant lands. Boom! Oh, orange player, you made you making a mistakey. You're lucky I can't get over there. I don't like the enchanted hourglass. I don't care for it. I'm not gonna pick it up. Where does this go? Oh, hey. Nice. It brought us to the promised land. Wasn't that special? Wait, where are they again? They're over here. Sorry, they're right there. Nope, they're not right there. Where? They're up here. There we go. Nope, there they are. Wow, this is definitely a maze. This is a cool map. I really like this. It's not the classic, you know, make sure trees are in the right spot, rocks are accentuating the right things. So look at this, look how sloppy that looks. Palm trees on top of rocks, like the type of design for the aesthetic is the typical expansion map. Just throw foliage anywhere. It doesn't have the same precise, I guess, keystrokes that the original game had in their standard maps, and then their campaign maps too. The ecology of the map is really important to me. It helps the immersion. And one of the marks of a really good, really well-designed map, and Heroes of Might and Magic 2, for me at least, is in the absence of the treasure you put on the space, does it still look like an environment? So when someone comes down and takes out this golem, picks up this artifact, picks up these resources, does this part of the peninsula still look like an environment? If the answer is yes, then you made the classic map. You're doing it in a way that is immersing the user, immersing the player. And I think the expansion maps for Heroes of Might and Magic 2 tend to drastically overlook that. There's all kinds of empty space that doesn't make any sense, and something might look really good before it's touched by a player, but then after it's touched by a player, it's just another big empty space. And this map is kind of doing that, but the genius of the design is in the islands themselves. Like, if you're following my mouse cursor, this is all one island. This is our island. And it goes throughout the entire map. Like, this is taking up maybe like a third of the map itself. Maybe even 40%. Pretty close to half the map is our island. That's probably true for everybody else as well. Only accessible through portals, which is okay, I guess. Portals pose their own problem. For players, not for map design. So I'm actually really digging this because I've never seen anything like this sort of lattice work of terrain before. So it's good. I'm having fun. We're gonna fight some mutant zombies again. Ah! Okay, they scattered. Good. Oh, I didn't read the sign. Let's read it. We'll join you for the right price. Oh, that means the nomads there. You found an ancient and weathered stone idol. Kissing it is supposed to be lucky, so you do. The stone is very cold to the touch. Increase luck. Birdman 4793 is expanding upon his plans in the zombie apocalypse. That was the plain, simple answer. Guns can be replaced with any defense weapon. Food is a tough one. The world doesn't plunge into immediate chaos. It just buys as much food that will keep as long as possible. If the world is in chaos, I'll just five-finger discount everything. Sure. I don't mean like, how are you going to afford to live? Because obviously if there's a zombie apocalypse, in the classic sense of a zombie apocalypse, things like currency are no longer currency. They don't have any value. I meant more along the lines of, are you going to stockpile food? Are you going to grow food? Are you going to go to a place that grows its own food? Like try to take residence in somebody's farm, for instance? And be a subsistence farmer? Because that's a replenishable source of food. Stockpiling is a stockpile. Very easy way to survive for the short to medium term, but that's more along the lines of what I meant. Rebecca. Go there at least. Come across a small shrine tended by a group of novice acolytes. In exchange for your protection, they agree to teach you a simple spell. Slow. Slow is a very good spell. I don't know if we knew that already. Centaurs are running away. Upon your approach, the tree opens its eyes in delight. Ah, an adventurer. I will be happy to teach you a little of what I've learned over the ages for a mere 2,000 gold, just buried around my roots. Sure. Navigation, I guess. I just hate Eagle Eye with a passion. Mysticism. All right, Obelisk. See what you got. I have no idea where that is. Birdman's asking for clarity on the situation. We'll say it's just humans. Just humans, not animals. Yeah, sure. Anti-magic, really good spell. Mass Bless is pretty cool too. Nope. Nope. Just take over a big ass farm then. Okay, sure. I wouldn't do that. I would just give up. But I've already explained myself. Oh, I should have cast slow. It's a perfect time to cast slow. That's alright. However many zombos there are. I mean, vampires. We can take them. Die! That looks so stupid. Can I upgrade this? I don't know if I want to. The town may not be upgraded to a castle. I just wanted to know. Do not remove coins from the fountain. right? Purple player. Birdman says, let's be real here. If it really happens, someone's gonna go full-blown Resident Evil and just nuke the site where it started. Alright, here's a different question. A gamer question. Which Resident Evil character is most like your own personality? Are you a Wesker? I think I'm more of a Barry myself. Wizard hat. I don't care about the wizard hat. Stop giving me the wizard hat. Drink from the well has restored your spell points to maximum. Beautiful. I got one more slot for a skill. You better make it a good one, witch. An ancient immortal hut. An ancient immortal witch living in a hut with birds' legs for stills teaches you pathfinding for her own inscrutable purposes. Pathfinding is really good, but I'm pretty sure this is all grassland in this scenario. A unicorn population doubled. Come across a lavish shrine tended by a group of high priests. In exchange for your protection, they agree to teach you a sophisticated spell. Holy word. Nope. Hey. Birdman says, Chris Redfield just because I would punch boulders if I could. Chicka chicka cow! Woo! Go, Phoenices. Yes. Zap him. Look out! We win. No casualties. I should really go up this way. And I will, before I go through the lith. Promise. Oh, they want to fight. Or Enrico just to support my Portuguese side? Though useless and dead in the first game, which is not the point. If we're talking strictly the first game, then I'm definitely a forest. You kidding me? Just let the birds peck me to death and take my bazooka. How frightening would it be to have a phoenix and a genie coming after you? I'll take the luck. I don't really need the bracelet of summoning this time. We don't have any summoning spells. Oracle. Vessel among the trees sits a blind seer. After explaining the intent of your journey, the seer activates his crystal ball, allowing you to see the strengths and weaknesses of your opponents. Obelisks found. Okay, we're tied for first. That makes me feel a little better. It's the only thing I care about. What is it? What is it? All right, if you have no idea what we're talking about in chat, then you've never played the original Resident Evil. It has the world's most god-awful dialogue of all time. It is the most poorly written and acted bit of voice acting you will ever hear in your life. The opening scene, it's the opening scene. You don't have to get that far into the game to realize how much it sucks. I mean, the game is amazing. One of the greatest games of all time. Luckily, there isn't like a crap ton of voice acting in it, but there's enough so that you're like, holy crap, who signed off on this? This is kind of a cool artifact. You find a small tree that closely resembles the great warlock Karnoth with a ring around one of its twigs. Scraps of clothing and rotting leather lead you to suspect that it is Karnoth transformed. Since you can't help him, you take the magic ring. Returns 2 extra spell points per turn to your hero, which is really cool. Oh, we get to rub it under the lamp. Soldiers living in the fort teach you a few new defensive tricks. The 2 most recognized lines. You're almost a Jill sandwich? Yep. You're almost a Jill sandwich. I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know. Stay alert. The animations don't help either. Leave before me. They're all scared of some phoenicides. I don't much care for this artifact. Come across a golem wearing a glowing pendant and blocking your way. Acting on a hunch, you cut the pendant from its neck. Deprived of its power source, the golem breaks down, leaving you with the magical pendant. Makes all your troops immune to paralyze spells. This little blurb is better than the artifact itself. So creative. Creative game for creative people, I think. Okay, so we got a tree and a dwarf cottage. Across the way, a willow of some sort. Where's our dwarf cottage? It's, what, here? No, it's not there. I don't think it's on our map yet. I'm pretty sure that's the only dwarf cottage we know of. Right? Yeah, so it would seem. So it would seem. Do ghosts multiply in number as the weeks go on? I really hope they don't. So I might have to eventually fight them. Wouldn't want to fight them. Week of the Dog. Next is in a document not even spoken. Itchy tasty. Yeah, that's one of my favorite moments from a video game ever. All right, let's see what's through here. Whoa! Lots of greater druids, huh? That feeling I got the first time I ever played that part of the game, the itchy tasty part. It's a feeling I've tried to recreate in Dungeons and Dragons, actually, with handouts and little bits of info I give to the party. As a dungeon master, I mean. Goodbye. Ouch. Oh boy. Cool. The roars of several dragons echo from the towers. Thanks. The lighthouse is now under your control, and all of your ships will now move further each turn. Gotta get access to a boat at some point. I don't care about that artifact. That one's pretty good, though. Ballista. I love it. Itchy tasty. I agree, though. Those are probably the two most memorable lines from the original Resident Evil. Jill Sandwich and Itchy Tasty. Can't think of anything better than an Itchy Tasty Jill Sandwich. Okay, let's get this thing. Walking through the ruins of an ancient walled city, you find the instrument of the city's destruction, an elaborately crafted ballista. Let your catapult fire twice per round. Great! States. Another lamp. Well, how do you do? Oh, hey, we get access to a boat now. Several boats. Should have went to the lamp first. If there's an itchy sandwich, I might want to get that checked. Not gonna lie, I would eat at a restaurant called Itchy Tasty Jill Sandwich. Because I would get the reference. Might be a bad idea. Oh, maybe it's a good idea. Covering fire. Oh boy. Yep, no idea. Ooh. Let's got another what's landmark. That's the word I'm looking for. Logistica. Yep. Not even gonna bother with that witch's hut. We don't have any room. They only ever teach you basic skills. $72. Holy monkeys. View all. That might be good to cast. Doesn't have the wisdom. Have you had enough, golems? Have you not had enough? Wow, good for you. You're gonna die now. That's where good morale gets you. Dead. Wow, powerful. Skip. Skip. Dead. Shoot. Oh boy. Good luck. Good luck. Oh wow. That was a trouncing of epic proportions. Visiting a local wise man, you explain the intent of your journey. He reaches into a sack and withdraws a yellowed scroll and hands it to you. A major scroll of knowledge increases your knowledge by 3. One of the best artifacts in the game. Yeah, get in the boat. Let's go. Sail anywhere we would like to. Hell yeah. I'm gonna take out orange. They're kind of making me mad. Search through the flotsam but find nothing. Nothing but jetsam. I want to know what Purple's up to, honestly. Another dude just sitting there, charity. Weird. Some massive reinforcements waiting for us. It's day 6. Birdman's asking. Leo says, how close to the artifact? Not that close, honestly. Birdman says, wait a second, I just realized losing conditions lose all heroes and castles. That means they can find the artifact, right? And we can keep playing? No, actually. Those conditions are universal. Those are the conditions for every player. So any player, blue, green, red, orange, or purple, can win by finding the ultimate artifact. Those conditions are universal. So if they find the artifact, we lose, is what I'm saying. Beware the sirens. Sure. Pull a shipwreck survivor from certain death in an unforgiving ocean. Grateful, he rewards you for your act of kindness by giving you the giant flail, Dominion, +1 to attack. That's a good question, though. God, I hope it's not week of the plague. You have too much riding on this. Look at the condor. Great. A retired captain living on this refurbished fishing platform offers to sell you maps of the sea he made in his younger days. For 1,000 gold, you wish to buy the maps? I do. Whoa, look how twisty-turny this is. That's awesome. This looks awesome. Into it. Horde of ghosts. See? Why do ghosts... Horde of ghosts. Why do ghosts multiply? Oh, Medal of Distinction. Increases your morale. That's good. I'm going to disembark there. Wow. Yeah. Summon Earth Elemental? Cool. I really want her to get in on the action. I'll be able to find the other dwarf hut? The spell view all, you mean? Maybe. I want all those unicorns. Teleport. Ship it. God, that would have been awesome to have earlier today. We were playing the European map. We're almost there. We're almost there. Trading for gold is not really that good for us. You know what? 48's probably good enough. Let's just go. Wow. Lucky coin, a breastplate, another obelisk, a tree. That looks pretty lucrative. The shield for protection is really good as well. Cool. It's great. Wait a minute. No, we're good. We're good. We good, we good. It's making me dizzy a little bit. A horde of rangers. About to die. Nope. After saving a young boy from a vicious pack of wolves, you return him to his father's manor. Grateful nobleman rewards you with a Medal of Courage. Increases your morale. Cool. Nope. Whoa. Okay, so we're back on our home base. You know what? I keep talking about ghosts. And we never see ghosts. How about we see some ghosts, huh? Okay, so the Medusae want to fight. You know what? I'm actually going to Mass Bliss. We have that spell. Sure, just go fight. God, I love this game. It makes me happy. Might be okay doing this. Can you attack diagonal, please? That should get them both. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, good night. 48 unicorns. It's frightening. Don't much care for the ever hot lava rock. I think I'm going to skip it. Alright, the Minotaur Kings are fighting. Oh baby, we don't teleport now. Let's use it. Hiya! Screw waiting for him. Let's be aggressive. Shit. I just lost most of my dwarves. It's really embarrassing. When teleport goes wrong. They didn't even get to do anything. Come upon a bridge spanning a dry gully. Before you can cross, a troll steps out from under the bridge and demands payment before it will permit you to pass. You refuse, and the troll charges, forcing you to slay it. Take its spiked shield as a trophy. Increases attack and defense by 2 each. We're gonna go back and learn some spells, actually, while Rebecca lays waste to everything else. What do you have? Nothing. You got nothing. Still carrying peasants around. Don't even have champions? What is this, amateur hour? Then they find the ultimate artifact and I lose. Week of the Lizard. What do you have? Yeah, I'm going for your castle. What are you gonna do about it? Cool, I get to learn some spells. Get a few reinforcements. All good stuff. All great stuff, actually. We got enough money now that we could do this. I'll open the wallet a little bit. Do you have all your spell points? No. I might as well get them back. I mean, Ariel's gonna go fight the ghosts. We're gonna try and fight ghosts. Oh, this is a decent amount of stuff. Shit. 2 Phoenices perish. Not good. It's not good. You can hide from the Cavaliers at least. Or maybe not. Never mind. Shit. This is not going well. 27 hit points left. That should help. Weird. I did not anticipate this being this difficult. Alright, they're out of spell points. When these unicorns get in there, yes, you're not gonna like it. No! I didn't mean to move. That's costly. By, Oh, I can get in. Great. Awesome. Wow, that was way, way, way too many things to lose. Blue players found the most obelisks. Great. I'm glad to hear that. I'm blue player, by the way. Nice to meet you. It took a lot of my concentration. A horde of ghosts. Whoa, yeah. We're gonna need all the morale we can get. Actually, I'm gonna save it here. Because I'm pretty sure these ghosts are gonna wreck me. They're gonna F my lunch up. So I'm gonna save it. It's 15 each. Everything is relatively tough. Okay, that's huge. They always go for the weakest thing. Always. Alright, cool. Alright, we did it. That was pretty well handled, I think. Oh. Here. Here. Nomads. Dwarf cottage. So. Oh. A couple of hexes over from the double trees. Line up with the middle of that. Is it right there? It might be right there. Right in front of that graveyard. Oh, shit. Wait, where is that? I have no idea where that guy just came out of that lith. I have no idea. Where is it? Oh my god. I don't really want to sweat it that much, but at the same time... Oh, he's right there. Okay. Sabu? Whatever. Have the town. You can have it. I'm about to find the ultimate artifact. You plebe. It's either right here or right here. I'm gonna try right where I am. Right where I am. Here we go. You ready? Month of the Dragonfly? Month of the Ultimate Artifact? Nah. It's right there. Come on, baby. Screw you, Orange. Congratulations, after spending many hours digging here, you have uncovered the ultimate crown. We win. Ultimate crown increases each of your basic skills by 4 points apiece. You have found the ultimate artifact. Your quest is complete. Nice and tidy. Master Swordsman, not bad. Thank you so much for watching Khelben's Coin TV. My name is Ross. This has been Heroes of Might and Magic 2 standard game, Isle Maze. We found the ultimate artifact and we are victorious. Thank you so much for watching again. I appreciate all the support and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.